Welcome back. We are continuing on the renovation here at the cabin, and it's time to dig into the shower installation. That's going to be the first project on the list today, so let's show you where we're at, what we got to do. So we have finished kind of one half here. We got the toilet plumbing all done. We got this all roughed in, drywall and everything. And now we need to install what's called an Alcove shower. It's a stand-up shower. And I've got all the supply plumbing finished already. So today we need to move these pipes out of the way. One of the disadvantages of using copper is you have to run that pipe straight through the floor, and there just happens to be a double joist right underneath this wall. And so there's no way to get that copper pipe through there because you can't run through at an angle. But with PEX, I'll be able to drill on an angle that way and flex that PEX pipe right through there on the other side of the double joists below. So I need to get these out of the way so that my shower pan will fit in there. And this was the old toilet hookup that needs to get cut out. This goes to our kitchen sink, so this needs to get re-hooked up. So I'm gonna drill some holes, reconnect the PEX, and then just reconnect it down below. Okay, I don't want to screw this up. All right, it's coming along pretty good. The shower is in. I caulked up all these corners here, so I drywalled right up to the flange on the shower and then caulked all along there. So this is all caulked in. Those back corners, unfortunately I had a little bigger gap on each side than I'd like. The wall was just not quite perfectly straight. I tried to shim it up a little bit in the back, but it still didn't get that gap. But you're not supposed to caulk these because water can get in the back. The way that they kind of handshake together, water can't get out anyway. The water just runs to the bottom and comes out into the pan. So if you caulk that, you leave a void back there where moisture can get in and then gets trapped. So I'm gonna leave those open. Same with around the bottom. I won't caulk that either. Obviously I'm gonna have to take this stuff out for final drywall mudding and the ceiling and all that stuff, but I just wanted to see how it fit in here. And we're gonna give it a test here in a few minutes. I'm actually pretty happy with how this corner turned out. I think this is gonna mud up and look pretty nice. Caulked along the bottom there as well to seal all that up. And of course we'll get trim along the bottom of all these gaps and cover up stuff like that. I'll leave the outlet covers off for now. I can't put the vanity in or the vanity light in, obviously, till we're done with the drywall in here, which will be another day. Well, I have one last final thing to do here, and I have been kind of putting it off and dreading it because it's not fun. I have to get back in the crawl space. So this is the hole. I have put some cardboard down in there so it's a little nicer. But and actually the first day I came out here, there was a bat in this corner. I don't see it in here anymore. It hissed at me or screeched at me or whatever. So I've got a drain to hook up for the shower and then also the water supply lines. So hopefully this will go smooth. This is the work space. So here's my two PEX lines running from upstairs, and I'm actually just I found some PEX here. So instead of these shark bite fittings that I've been using to adapt the copper to the PEX, those things are like 20 bucks a piece. So I'm just gonna tie right in. It's not that long of a run. It's probably maybe five feet. So I'm just gonna put a T in the cold and the hot lines that feed in and out of the water heater, and we'll tie that in for the shower. And then my drain pops through the floor right there, and that's got to get tied into that piece of PVC. So somehow I have to fit between there and there a T, a P-trap. So it might get a little complicated in here. It's gonna be a goofy looking drain, I'll tell you that. First I have to go shut the water off over here. Oh gosh, it's dusty. Very difficult to film down here, so I'll just show you steps. So I added a T, it's more of a Y. Got my reducer up there. So I'm gonna build a P-trap, and it's gonna have to be angled actually away from where I need to go because I don't have enough space. And the little hardware store up here doesn't have a lot of fittings, and so I had to kind of just work with what they had. They didn't have any more Street 90s or any more Street 45s, so I just using what I had brought up here. I wasn't planning on building this, but the idea behind a P-trap is the drain from the shower comes in here, and this will always hold water up to this level, and it'll pour out here to the drain. But this keeps any sewer gases from coming back up, the smell from the, septic tank or the sewer, wherever, depending on where you live. And those gases would, if you didn't have this, they would just come back up and vent into the house, and you have a bad smell all the time. So this keeps water in here. It acts like a plug, and so none of the sewer gases can get back through there. But the water, as it just pours down from the shower, will just overflow and fill out of here. This is also a common source of clogs and buildup. These P-traps over time can build up, gunk and stuff like that. So Drano will take care of that. Get Drano gel in there, and it'll sit in those P-traps and eat that stuff up, and then it'll wash out. But this is what we got to build. Well, it might be the goofiest plumbing contraption I've ever had to make, but it's gonna work. P-traps in, and then the drain right there. So what a nightmare fitting in here. Got all this ductwork, furnace, plumbing. It's gonna work. Well, that's a lot of junk. The utility trailer is working out good. We're gonna haul this back home. I can't only get one trash pickup a week here, and they won't take any of this stuff. They're real picky. But my trash company at home, I can put this stuff out by the road little by little. Well, we're almost done with this thing. It's been a few parts, but the next one we will have a complete wrap up, get all the finishing touches done, get everything put together, and show you the final product. I think it'll be a huge improvement from what was in there. Thanks for tagging along today. Hit thumbs up for me as always, and we'll see you next time.